Are you ready to go on a journey to the heavenly realm? Well, today is your day. We are going to be communing with Archangel Uriel and going into the heavenly realm to receive the bounty of God's grace and love within our beings. So today is going to be an experience. So if you're driving or out and about, you are going to want to find a place where you can be still and not be operating heavy machinery. I would recommend, my love, that you have your notebook and a pen and some water nearby. It is a very incredible experience. I'm sharing this intimate experience from my Soul Shine group. This is a meditation that we went on together, a journey. And everyone in this group, everyone attending, had received profound healing and messages. It was and is still an incredible healing, miraculous experience. So let's lean in right now, and I'll see you on the other side of the meditation.
I'm calling on God. I'm opening up our sacred space today with our communion with Archangel Uriel. God has provided us with these beautiful archangels that support, guide, and love us. They help us to move through life with their own areas of expertise. And when you're ready, you can take your hands and place them in palm in prayer right in front of your heart center, and take your thumbs and press them into the middle of your chest just a little bit. And as you just allow yourself to be here, eyes closed, still holding the sacred energy, holding within you, I am. I am. Archangel Uriel in Hebrew means God is my light. And God is my light. Archangel Uriel takes the form of wisdom. He reminds us that we too are a vessel for God's wisdom. His bright, vibrant energy forms a shield of reddish light around him. He guides us. He will help us when we are very fearful, when we're lonely, when we feel despair, when the energy just doesn't feel right around us and our thoughts seem to be conflicting. He will help us to realign with God's truth and help justice to prevail. So as you take this moment to just set your intention for our journey, you can allow your hands to just relax down by your side, keeping your eyes closed. I want you to become aware of your sits bone and where you're sitting. Notice your feet on the surface of the floor before you. Notice your right foot. And now your left foot. Notice the right knee and that left knee. Notice the right hip and your left hip. Bring in a full embodied breath all the way down to that sits bone, to that beautiful root center. Holding it there as you hold yourself in reverence. Slowly releasing the breath, feeling yourself as your awareness moves gently up into the next energy center. Here in that beautiful sacral area, just noticing the energy, bringing your awareness to your breath and taking a deep breath in, holding that breath into the sacral. Slow release. And as you release, bring your awareness up into the solar plexus. feeling what you feel, I invite you now to bring your awareness to your breath. Bring that breath into the solar plexus, holding it there. It may feel uncomfortable. You may feel a little wobbly. It's okay. Releasing it. Everything is welcome. There is no wrong. Bringing your awareness back to your breath and bringing that breath all the way into that heart center. Holding your heart center. Holding it as you bring that breath and that awareness into this massive, beautiful space, the seat of your soul. And let's just do one more awareness breath right into the heart center again. You might feel a little choked up here. This might not feel comfortable. That's okay. Allowing what needs to be here. Taking that breath, bringing that awareness into the throat. Holding that breath in the throat. Holding it and slow, releasing it out. Emotions are probably rising right now. And this is a good thing. You're just where, you're just not paying attention. You're just letting be what needs to be. Bringing into the throat again. Allowing yourself to arch your back and release the breath out again. This time we're going to bring in our breath through our nose into the base of our skull. And as we exhale, we're going to notice the front of our forehead as we become aware of the in-between, the veil, the space between here and heaven. And you bring your awareness to the top of your head, the crown of your head. Inviting yourself to let go a little bit, to ascend. Ascending a little bit above your body. Awareness with your breath, physical. Exhale, awareness to just above your head, soul, infinite. Release. Like the owl, you have a 360-degree view when you are in this beautiful 8th chakra, just above your head, here between time and matter, allowing yourself to feel floaty, like a balloon, tethering, safe and held. Bringing your awareness to your Lightroom in heaven, the space that you've been in before, the space where miracles are, where your highest soul self is. And as you bring your awareness into the heavenly realm and into this light room, you bring in all of your senses, noticing your room and what you see. The furnishings, the cleanliness, the clear energy. You notice what you smell. You notice what's here in this room. Maybe there's a garden, maybe there's flowers. All is welcome. You notice what you are hearing, the choir of angels. You can hear the effervescence of light and love. You notice what you taste, the sweetness in the air. You can taste heaven, as if It's just rolling through you. And the feeling that moves through you, around you, as you commune with your highest soul. This color of light that illuminates your soul shines before you and around you. And you just merge into this color. And before you, in this holy and sacred space, Archangel Uriel appears. And he's holding your journal. And maybe there's writing in this journal that you did write, or maybe there's intentional writing that didn't come out of you yet, but it's there. And he's holding this because he knows God is his light, is what makes him up. And so his truth is God's truth, and he knows your soul. And just like last time, communing with our soul feels very expansive. And sometimes limiting. Sometimes there's holds in our soul that don't make a lot of sense to us. Ancestral trauma, collective trauma, pains and unforgiveness. There's nothing wrong. We're just witnessing. And Archangel Uriel is here to help us release the cords that are most obtrusive, that are most annoying, the ones that are taking and stealing joy, the ones that are not of heaven. And with our permission, and with our understanding that we are in agreement with love, that we're ready for these cords to be unplugged, to be released from our control. Sometimes we try and we try to get to a place of release, of forgiveness, and it seems so impossible. But here in heaven, it is not impossible. Here in heaven, it is done without taking from you. It is done in order that you remember that you are the light of God, that you are unconditionally loved. And so in this space of unconditional love, you have this awareness of these cords. And it doesn't matter what they look like. And it doesn't matter where they're connected to your body. You just know that you can unplug them. You can release them in whatever manner feels right and good for your soul. With Archangel Uriel's help, your soul is like this garden. And you go together on this adventure with this beautiful, effervescent, vibrant shield of reddish light illuminating from Archangel Uriel. The cords are dissipated. There's no trying and there's no working. It's something different. It's something new. You haven't experienced this before. Take this in. Receive the bounty of this release. Breathe in this bounty. Feel your being. Feel your physical vessel. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these cords to you, dear Lord. I release these cords. I release these cords. Allow yourself to feel the release, to start to move, if it feels right and good, into joy. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these cords. I release these. I release myself from these cords. I release myself from the worry of these cords. I release the energy that has held me here. I release. And as these cords start to become not of you, they start to move back into their original shape. They start to move away from you because they are their own thing. Notice your soul purely as God has created it, illuminating in all its light, in all its bounty, in all its shininess, in all its uniqueness. Notice this stream, this peace, the vibrancy. And today we're ready for a miracle. We're ready for a miracle. And God is ready for you to have this miracle. Eager, overjoyous. He's been waiting for you to be here, to be with him, to be held and nurtured and cared for in ways that you haven't yet experienced. And maybe there's an awareness of a cozy place that you want to lie down, where your soul just feels at peace and at rest. Maybe it's a sofa, or maybe it's in the middle of the garden on some beautiful moss. Maybe it's floating in a body of water. Whatever feels so good, whatever your mind brings you, you allow. And this sun starts to brightly warm you up in a way that you've never been warmed. It's so soothing. It's like being held and nurtured by the Holy Mother, a mothering energy that is unconditional. No strings, no good girl, no fear, no storylines, just a stroke of your face, a rub on your back. This light provides everything. Stay here. Receive. There are messages for you here, and your angels, your beautiful angels and guides surrounding you. They're so proud that you have come, that you are a vessel for love, that you are in remembrance of your truth. And though your journey has not been easy thus far, they show you the rewards of how far you've come, and you are presented with beautiful flowers. These are the most beautiful flowers. And you hold out your arms and you bring them into your chest and you smell them. And you breathe them in. And your senses tell the story. Your senses remind you of a truth, because your senses don't lie. Your senses know truth. Therefore you know truth. And as you drink in the beautiful flowers, you see them. You smell them. As you move them closer to your chest, you can hear the rustling of the leaves. You can feel them on your chest. You can even taste the sweetness of that smell. And you start to land back into your physical body, bringing the vibrancy of heaven with you and your heavenly senses back into your room, back onto the surface where you're sitting, taking a breath in. And notice a little bit of freedom in your body, noticing a little bit of something different. Yeah. Maybe to have a drink of water, maybe taking the light of the room in little bits at a time, maybe swaying back and forth and moving your body, adjusting back into this time and this space and this group. So beautiful. So this month, this month, we're going to continue our momentum forward with the help of Archangel Uriel and our angels. Because in today's world, in the world we're living in right now, there is a darkness that wants to take over. There's a palpable, low, yucky energy that is affecting the way you feel, the way you think, the way we're moving. And as healers, as women of the light, I want you to know, I want you to be very clear that you are being called to remember light, to fill your cup up. That's why you're here. So that you can shine brightly to the people that you know, to the people God brings in front of you, to the women in the grocery store, to the lost souls that you pray for those in pain and those suffering. The dark thoughts want to take the light workers down. The low energy wants to steal the joy. And so our collective effort to commune with heaven, to bring it together, cannot do it alone. It's so important. We have to go first. We have to fill our cup first. So our month ahead is filled with communing with Archangel Uriel. It's remembering that we have been called, and that calling may not make a whole lot of sense at this moment, and it's not supposed to. Let's just trust that. Because the dark will want you to think that you have to figure it out and work really, really hard all the time. And keep trying and keep trying and keep banging your head and keep falling down and keep getting confused. That's why we need each other. You are not crazy. Because that's the one thing that the evil will make you feel like you are crazy, like you are going nuts. I have had so many conversations in the last 24 hours with women who are big, badass leaders who are feeling the same stuff, who had vibrant businesses and aren't having that vibrancy anymore. It is not them. It is not something they're doing wrong. And Sophia can attest to this. It has been a thorn. It has been a pain that I have carried. It has been lonely and dark and still, until I started talking to people, until I started reaching out and saying, hey, are you feeling this too? Hey, are you noticing this too? And yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. And as soon as I started doing that, my phone, the texting, it hasn't stopped. So we are the channels. We are the remembrance of love. This morning, and I don't know if you guys heard my podcast, but I did a brave thing. I put a podcast out that was very different. I took people on a journey through the stations of the cross to have a contemplative and meditative experience. And this morning, in my own swirly gumdrop energy, God spoke. He spoke through the readings. He spoke through, like, I can't even like make it up. He told the same story of Mary Magdalene coming to the tomb, the same story that I shared in this podcast at the end. That is the reminder. And I heard it not in one place, I heard it in a couple places, and this is always how God talks to us, right? Right? He just always, he brings it in. He brings it in, and he's like, here it is. You do not need to be a priest. You do not need to know the ins and outs of the Bible to preach God's word. You do not need to have that as your anchor. You just need to be fucking you. You need to stand in the light and not assume that you're going to get it wrong. You come in with your own understanding and knowledge, and you share that, and you share that, and you share that, and you don't start sharing it. You just continue. That's what our calling is. And what are the things? Why do we go to the Lightroom today to release cords? Because cords are the biggest drain of our energy. Because how many times do you say a day? How many times do you reaffirm that you don't forgive this one, or this is a problem, or you talk about your past or your childhood, or you just go on and on? How many times do you reaffirm that hell? Man, it's toxic. It's worse than taking poison. It wrecks us. It ruins us. It ruins lives. I don't care how many times you have to go back to that Lightroom this month to call an Archangel Uriel. I don't care how messy you are. You do it. You do it because this is the saving grace of our world. Because the more you do it, other people will feel it. Trust me. I promise you. They will take notice. Because you will not be carrying what's not yours to carry. You will only carry what is yours, which is you. You change by leaning into that. You hold that. So in the podcast, I talked about, and I know we don't all have the same beliefs or whatever, but I talked about the cross. I talked about we do have a cross to bear. And as Jesus went through the journey from Good Friday, from the Last Supper to the resurrection, that cross, that wooden cross, that estimated at 88 pounds of cross that he had to carry, was us. We are each a sliver. We make up this cross. You and me, all together. It is not some foreign object. It is us. And so when we forget that we are united, when we forget that my healing is all about me, and I think, oh yeah, that's just about me, I'm over here and I'm just suffering alone, what am I doing? I'm listening to the evil one. I'm not remembering that my suffering is also your suffering. That my pain is also God's pain. That he cares for me. So pain without God is just fucking hurt. It's depleting. But pain with God has a purpose. Because on the other side of that thing, when we go to the healing, there's a proclamation of love. And the easiest way to see this is listening to a song that lights you the fuck up. Right? That lights you up, that you hear a story, that you are moved to tears, and you're like, oh, that was so good. Well, that pain that was sung in that song came from somebody who wrote that song. And then somebody that performed that song, and then somebody that edited that song, and somebody that played the music on that song. And so there was love that was provided. How many people does it take to put on something that is so beautiful that moves us to tears? Because there's emotion, right? It's pain with a purpose. It's on the other side. And so we too, today, you unplugged. There were cords that you left behind. You might have wanted to pick them up on the way back in. You might be looking for them like, where's that familiar hell? Where is it? That's why we need remembrance. Calling on Archangel Uriel. Wait, I unplugged from that. Help me to remember. Bring that wisdom in that I don't need to carry that. It can be miraculous. It is done. Just like Jesus said to the woman who was bleeding. It is done. It's over. It can be over. We get to choose that. Nobody else chooses it for us. Not your spouse, not your child, no one else. When you're done, you will put it the fuck down and you will rise up and you will stand so strong.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait for you to share your experiences with me. Please leave a comment under the podcast. Let me know what you experienced. Were you able to sense those flowers in heaven? Were you able to smell them and see them and have that full embodiment? Were you able to have a holy experience of being in union with Archangel Uriel, where he was guiding you to release the cords, the toxic energy that is creating suffering in your life and separation from love? I know I didn't lean in right away to tell you that we were going to be doing cords, because I really wanted you not to have something that you were looking for to let go of. I wanted you to have this holy experience, because this is what God is saying. Like, when we go to places that we aren't pre-planning, we aren't setting it up beforehand, then that's where the miracles are going to happen. This is where God is coming in and opening us up. If you have questions, if you are ready to possibly take your journey to the next level, I'm going to invite you into Soulshine. The doors are open now. There's a spring equinox savings of $44. 44 is a very special number for me. I was born at 4:44 a.m. And so this savings for you is in the highest frequency of love. If you have questions, you can send me an email at geniestreet.com. I answer all my emails. I receive them myself, and I do have an assistant, but these are really near and dear to my heart. So every comment that you leave underneath this podcast is going to come, the response is going to come from me. Know that you are being called. If you feel it in your body, trust the calling. Don't deny it. Don't shy away. Now is your time. Now is your time to shine. Remember, my love, you are unconditionally loved. There is nothing that you need to do for God to love you. There is no action. There's no to-do lists. You are unconditionally loved. I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for joining us here